Good morning, students. Today we are going to show you the assignment for this week's class, in which I'm going to ask you to run descriptive statistics of our class survey. For the first part of this video, I'm going to go over some basic SPSS stuff. If you feel comfortable encoding SPSS, you can go ahead and skip to this portion of the video. For others, let's jump right in. This is SPSS. It looks like Microsoft Excel, and it has two views, a data view and a variable view. In the variable view, you'll be choosing your variables and coding them, or telling SPSS how to interpret the variables, in this case, our survey. And then in the data view, you are going to be inputting data to fill out those variables. Think of it as playing a game of Battleship. You need both A and 9 to sink the battleship. You need a letter and a number. Without the other one, you're not going to be playing a game. So, for example, let's pretend to fill out a variable or two before we jump into our assignment. So the first question on the survey is age, and the second question is gender. So we'll type in age, and then bam, all this stuff will automatically pop up. The ones that you need to worry about are the name, the label, the value, and the measure. Age, as you know, is a continuous scale numerical variable. So you're going to click on measure and you're going to choose scale. Note that you have two other choices, ordinal and nominal, within the branch of categorical variables. Obviously, ordinal is ranked or ordered among the categories, and nominal is not. An example of nominal levels of measurement include your favorite color, your favorite band, your favorite this, that, and this. Ordinal, they are ranked. So first place, second place, third place. Very Democratic, somewhat Republican, very Republican. And then just scale. For scale, you don't need to do anything with the values. The actual value you input is all you need. So for example, 23, 24, 35, etc. The label is important because it allows you to remind yourself what these variables are. Because age, and make note that whatever you type in age shows up in the data view. The problem is the name section of the variable view does not allow for spaces. So I can only type in one word. So in the label, you could type in, just as a reminder, how old are you? Years, if you even want that level of detail. Second one is gender. Gender being a nominal level of measurement, you need to tell the computer, SPSS, what you are trying to code for male and female. And unfortunately, you need to code it as a number. So what you can do is you can go to values and choose what you want to represent male responses and female responses. So let's say 1, and then you could push tab or click on label, and you type in male. You can click enter as a shortcut, or you can click add. And then you could do 2 for female. Then click OK. Now SPSS knows that whenever you type in a 1 under gender, it would be a male response, and a 2 under gender would be a female. So maybe we'll have a student that answered 30 for age and male. And then another student answered 24 and female. Now the computer knows that every 1 is a male and every 2 is a female within this column. So let's check out the course material here, and I'll have your assignment posted up shortly. And here's the survey. Everything has been properly coded, including age all the way to distribution with the correct level of measurement selected. And here we have the data view with each row representing a student, and each column, of course, representing the variables that they answered, the questions that they answered, their responses. So here we can tell that this student is a 23-year-old male, weak Democrat, Catholic, omnivore, expects to make $75,000 in 10 years, is pretty tech savvy, pretty comfortable with using charts and graphs and data usage, and spends a lot of time online, etc., etc. Okay, now let's talk about the assignment. For the class, we are going to run descriptive statistics. You have two choices, frequencies and descriptives. Frequencies are only used for categorical, that's nominal, dichotomous, or ordinal levels of measurement variables. And descriptives are for numerical, scale, continuous levels of measurement variables. Let's try frequencies. Here on the left is a bank of all of your different variables. And on the right are the ones that you want SPSS to take a crack at. Here we have gender, party, religion. We want all of those. What you could do is you could drag them over, or you could select them and you could hold Command or Control and you can select multiple ones. If you have several in a row, you can hold Shift and click on the first one and the last one, and then bam, move it over there. Same here. There we go. You can also select charts, and SPSS will make a nifty little chart for you. Let's do a bar chart. That'll be fun. Here we have statistics. By nature of the categorical variables, there is very little need to run, say, the mean and the median, standard deviation, variance, and all that stuff because they're categorical by nature. So you can leave that alone for now and just click OK. SPSS will then run the frequencies of all of our variables. Here in the statistics column, the statistics tab, we have the responses, the whole responses. And as you can tell, we have 23 student responses for gender, 22 for religion. We have a missing under party affiliation and 2 under stand your ground laws. Missing basically means that the student didn't fill out that portion of the survey. And that's important to note because, for example, here, let's look at frequency. We have 8 male, 15 female for a total of 23 students. Percentage, 34% male, 65% female in this class. And then you have valid percents. What valid percent does is it takes out missing responses. So for example, here you have percentages, but this is counting all 23 students as a response. However, one is missing. So these percentages are no longer pertinent to the actual percentage from party affiliation because someone didn't fill it out. The valid percent takes out that missing student and makes a percentage of everything. So 31% said strong Democrat, 31% said weak Democrat, 22% say that they are Republican, etc., etc. We can go back to SPSS now and run, analyze, descriptive statistics, descriptives. This is for scale, continuous, numerical levels of measurement. So age, yes. All of these guys. Holding Shift, click on the first one, click on the last one, and tab it over. How liberal are you? And I think that's everything. The cool thing is, we can now run mean, standard deviation, minimum maximum, variance, range, kurtosis and skewness. We don't need to do this today. We'll talk more about those later, but basically kurtosis deals with the asymmetry of a distribution, and skewness deals with clustering. So let's go, click continue, click OK. And here is the descriptive statistics of the descriptives. So here we have our descriptives under descriptive statistics. We have the N, which shows the number of responses, range, minimum value, maximum value, the mean or average, standard deviation, and variance. We can see that the range is 35 on age, meaning the difference between the youngest individual in the class and the oldest is 35 years, and here we have 21 and 56. The mean, or the average of the age, is 27. with a standard deviation of 8.4. The way standard deviation works is that it shows us the normal curve or the general population of the students in the classroom. So for example, if the standard deviation was 8.4, and a standard deviation typically is 34.1% of the entire population, then that means that 34% of the students are within 8 years above 27, and 34% of the students are within 8 below 27. So 68.2% of the students in the classroom are either within 8 above 27 in the mean or within 8 below 27 in the mean. So what I would like for you to do is to take this and bring it to class. Just copy them. You could actually highlight them and copy them into Microsoft Word, and you could also print this if you want to as well. Thank you, and I will see you guys shortly.